Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday, November the 20th here at 222 with me, Tamron, your host here on Facebook Live every Tuesday, where I do a two-card draw with Spirit and I answer basically some advice for those who are very emotional, probably empaths, and really feeling challenged by the emotional energy that we are all experiencing. And each week I'm just sharing with you guys. I also have a nice cup of tea with me, and I love to share what tea it is that I'm drinking for all of you guys as well. So I'm going to put my little hot cup of tea down for a minute, and I just want to remind everybody that this year, 2018, I am drawing two cards from Colette Baron-Reid's deck, Wisdom of the Oracle. So these are not tarot cards, these are oracle cards. So I just want to make it clear to everybody, even though I do call my weekly show here Tea and Tarot, because sometimes I do use tarot cards, but this is the deck we are using this year. Why? Because I'm learning how to use this deck, and I love to share what it is that I am doing. So remember to join me here live each week. Now, I've made some changes. Again, I'm making this video a little bit shorter for you guys. I just want to make sure I dive into the questions for you. And now, if you would like the recommended oils, which is a 3 blend of high-grade essential oils that I would use to help rebalance your emotions, you can now get that in a guided weekly template for only $5. So I will post that underneath in the video link below or in the comment section here on Facebook for you guys. Again, I found that a lot of people were hearing the oils, they didn't know how to use them, they didn't know if they should put them in the diffuser or topically. So I've given you a little template, which is a guide. So people are loving it. Again, you can hold on to these, you can make a little weekly booklets, and it's only $5. So stay tuned till the end of this as well. I've got some other things for you guys as well, because this is crazy times, right? We are in Mercury retrograde, so this is the final retrograde for the end of this year. And also we've got the full moon coming up on Friday. So even for me, I'm going to share with you guys, it's been an emotional week for me, and not every day, but I've really had to reach out to people, and to people that I can confide in and know they aren't going to judge me, because guess what? They're feeling it too. So we do this together, and I just feel so grateful that I actually have great friends and family that I can reach out to and say, like, can you just look at this from your point of view without getting emotionally involved, so that I can sort of see the bigger picture. So I am so grateful for that. Again, we've got these cards each week. So the question, I want to make sure I repeat it for you guys, because I do post it, and I set it up on my screen so that I make sure it's exactly what it is that I've written. So, you know, we are feeling a lot more emotional this week. So it's the excess of emotions and this tension that we're feeling that I really want to address in the two-card draw. And just to remind you guys all know I'm a pet lover, right? So if you hear a dog in the background, that's my little girl. And you know what? I can't stick in a room while I make these videos, because she gets too upset. So you might hear her chewing on her bone or whatever, and that's exactly what I can hear in the background. So that's my little dog, Maggie. And there's been times where I've actually put her in the video. So here we go. I want to keep this under 10 minutes. How are we going to handle, we're asking Spirit, how are we going to handle this excess emotion that we're feeling? And it's true, you know, I have been getting a lot of memories of things that have happened in my life, things that I haven't thought about in years. So they're coming in my dreams, they're coming up in my meditations as well. So I really wanted advice today for this as well. And I cannot believe the synchronicity of the cards that I just pulled before we started. So the challenge that I've asked Spirit today is, you know, what advice can you give us? Look at the first card I pulled for our challenge card. Chaos and conflict. Okay, we're in Mercury retrograde. How did I pull this card? I just love it. I feel my hair standing up on end underneath my shirt. So Spirit is saying, you know, in times of chaos and conflict, right, what this card represents is that huge emotional tension that you are feeling, and also what I've been feeling. That's what needs to be released. So if you can think of, you know, and here we are in the picture of the diagram here, you know, having that chaos and conflict, it is a true time for release. So when I just pulled this card, the image that I saw in my head was like that arrow, right? Like pulling on that arrow, because that's what I've been feeling inside my body, is this something that's so deep. It's so deep. It needs to come out, right? And the minute we give it permission to let it go, boom, it's literally gone forever. So that's what I've been feeling as well. And the question that we have next in the action step is, how are we going to manage that? So look at this. The card that came up as our action step is yin. So look at the beautiful picture on here, the image. I want to make sure I give it to you guys without the glare. So it's like an open bowl. So what that represents in the action step is that when we release and we finally let go of that tension, because we're probably feeling it, right? So it's just a sign saying, this is what it is that you got to let go, and just let it go. Just decide to be done with it. Just send that out to the universe. Just command it and say, I'm done. I am literally done. I don't want this in my psyche anymore, in my emotional body. I am done. And what happens is, look, the action that's going to take place is we've created space for something beautiful to enter. And again, we don't have to force it, because sometimes I get caught up in thinking, okay, what do I got to do? But this is the power of the mind, because we're doing this in our mind. We're not physically out there pulling the arrow, right? We're creating that space in the mind. So again, we can visualize these in our third eye. And I'm going to share with you why I've got my hat on today a little bit with you guys. But again, it's the power of our mind that really gives us that opportunity to have these huge leaps and bounds and to transform in our life. So we've got the full moon coming up on Friday, right? Full moon is all about detox. So again, I honestly feel this is why a lot of us are feeling this huge tension, is because of the energies and where a lot of these planets, are playing up in the sky, because we just had Venus in retrograde as well, right? So Venus is just coming out of that. And so a lot of these issues and emotions, or even past traumas that we feel like we're ready to release, they were things that have happened within our personal relationships, right? Within our family dynamics, or maybe good friends. So that's actually what's been coming up for me too. And, when we clear this, we make space for what's next to come into our life. So again, it's not forcing anything. It's just creating that in our mind. So that is the 2-card draw. Now I'm going to share with you guys really quickly, again, why do I have my hat on? And the reason is, I've been someone who's meditated quite a bit for many years now, and just recently, within the past year and a half, really tapping into a more profound yoga practice for myself. And it came into my life where I thought it was just coincidence. And of course, no, it wasn't, because there was something within me that I honestly had to pull out and I had to release, because again, it was so deep. And I'm someone that's always busy and whatever, I have my rituals and stuff. And so literally life threw me on the couch, and I've gone through these ups and downs and waves since I started doing a more intense Kundalini yoga practice. And so what had happened was I felt like I was plateauing, and then I finally had to go deeper into my yoga. But this past month, I'm going to say month, the winter came early here in Northern Ontario. So, I actually had my first physical retreat where I had some people here, and it snowed in September. So they didn't come prepared. So I'm like, guess what? I have extra hats, gloves, you name it, whatever. So we pulled out all these hats. And this hat somebody was wearing, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to wear that too. So afterwards, I started wearing it. And I realized now there are a lot of people that wear crocheted hats, or they wear something on their head when they're meditating. So as an experiment, I thought to myself, I'm gonna wear this hat to do my yoga class. And you know what? It was so profound. I have to share this with you guys. Now I understand why a lot of yogis wear, and they usually wear white. So I do want to get like a nice white crocheted hat to wear, because I do find that the energy and the breath work that's moving through my body, that when I have something on my head, I feel less scattered. I feel more in control. It's a fascinating feeling, even though it's warmth on my head, but we do lose a lot of body heat through our head as well. And I understand that. But to have something on my head during a yoga practice, and I'm going to just say it as a joke, I feel brilliant. I literally feel more in touch with the deeper aspects of my pineal gland and my pituitary gland while I'm meditating and doing yoga practice, and even afterwards. So I'm in this habit now. I don't want to take my hat off. So I just finished a beautiful yoga practice with the group that I practice with. And so I can't take it off yet. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right. It's not that it's too cold up here, but again, it really does feel profound. So I encourage you guys to try it yourself. Okay. So again, we've done the 2-card draw. I'm going to close up now within a minute. Remember that I don't give you guys the remedy for the essential oils. You're more than welcome to grab that template. I send it to you via email for $5. So you can send me a private message here, or you can post a comment below. But since we are in Mercury retrograde right now, in my meditation, I just felt like I needed to create sort of something for everybody. And I've been wanting to set up my Instagram account and learn how to use Instagram. So right around the time Mercury retrograde started, I thought, why don't I kind of figure out the use of Instagram? And every single day, I've been pulling a 1-card draw on Instagram. So my Instagram tag is Tea and Tarot with Tamron. And every day we're getting a card from Spirit to guide us through this Mercury retrograde journey, because it's going to go up until December the 6th. And then we've got, that little bit of time after, which is going to glide us right into Christmas. So, with all this stuff happening with our personal relationships, I just feel like, we're finally going to let go of stuff we've been harboring for a long time. And it's an opportunity for great healing to happen. All right. So you guys with me on that? Because I'm feeling it too. So that is free. And I'm reposting it on my my traveling TV show page on Facebook as well. And then I'm reposting it onto my personal page. So if you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go check it out. Go look for it on my wall here on Facebook, because today we will be on day 5. Right? So you're going to see right from day 1 messages we got from Spirit. So that's absolutely free. You can grab the $5 template to see what recommended essential oils for the week if you choose, if that's something you're interested in. And lastly, what I've been posting on my wall as well is every full moon, I'm now hosting an online webinar just for women. It's only $12. And what this is, a gathering of women. And we talk about some goddess archetypes, the 7 goddess archetypes. We start learning a little bit about how we're going to embrace these archetypal patterns within our own psyche, so that we understand our true strengths, and then to look at, what are some of the archetypes that might perhaps be in other people that we can balance out with, because it is actually our weakness. So, who can we attract into our life, whether it's personally in a relationship or in business? If you're an entrepreneur, like, what would you be looking for? Because again, it does help to make things more balanced in your life, where it's kind of got, 2 for the price of 1, right? We do that. We do a group energy clearing. We talk about some crystals, and we talk about some other fun things as well. But the beauty of it is the community that I want to create with some powerful women who just literally want to hang out with other women and to hold our energy together and to learn some fun things, and to have this as a preview of what are some of my full-on retreats that I'm going to be offering in the new year. So what are we going to be doing in person? Because these are little pieces of some of the fun things that I want to do. So we're doing it on a webinar. And again, it's only $12 every month. You can purchase your ticket. You can share with some friends, and I will post that in the link below as well. All right, so we've created some momentum with that. We've got a few extra people joining us this week, and I would love to get it up to 100 women at some point as well. So here I'm going to head off for you guys. I don't want to keep these videos long, and I will see you again next Tuesday here at 222, because we will be coming out of that beautiful full moon energy and seeing how everybody is feeling then. All right, cheers for now. See you then.